The ant was straining to push a smooth, round pebble toward a dirt hill. The pebble was heavy, many times his weight. But for reasons known only to the ant, he had to get it to the top of the hill. The ant had performed this task many times before and was entirely confident he could do it again. But then the ant hit a dead end. A jagged rock blocked his path, a rock that was simply too large. To the ant, it became an insurmountable, Everest-sized mountain. The obstacle completely overshadowed his goal of pushing the pebble to the crest of the hill, leaving him to stand and ponder the problem. Not far from the hill, the Brachiosaurus was limping heavily through the valley. The cause of his agony was a tiny, sharp splinter of stone wedged deeply between his giant toe claws. But he had to keep going. The pain from the splinter consumed the Brachiosaur. He could think of nothing else, not of food, his thirst, or the hope of rest at night. His massive, wrinkled heel slams down, creating a literal earthquake. He blindly walks into the ant's path, and the jagged rock that was blocking the ant's path is crushed to bits. The ant is thrown into the air, landing face first in the mud. And with a sweep of his tail, he tosses the ant's pebble uphill. The ant and the Brachiosaur's worlds had collided, but the ant was too small for the Brachiosaur to notice, and the Brachiosaur was way too large for the ant to take in at once. In their own way, each was ill-equipped to see the other. The ant blinks, realizing his Everest is gone, and so is his pebble. In one giant stroke, his path had been cleared. But the ant did not care about the cleared path. He's furious his space was invaded and that his pebble has vanished. He marches up to the giant wall of dinosaur flesh and begins furiously biting and pulling at the nearest thing he can grab, which happens to be the sharp splinter stuck in the Brachiosaur's toe. He planted his feet, turned bright red, and used all his insane ant strength to pull until it pops out. The ant was spent from his outburst, but he felt an immediate sense of relief. And so did the Brachiosaur. The Brachiosaur freezes as the pain vanishes. He looks around, dazed and relieved, his eyes scanning over the valley. Down below, the ant is looking up at what he thinks is a collapsing sky. To his microscopic eyes, the dinosaur's foot isn't an animal. It is a vast, wrinkly wall of green tectonic plates shifting above him. He panics, clutching the extracted stone splinter like a shield against the natural disaster. He did not and could not see the giant. The Brachiosaur lifts his colossal heel, which drags a wave of dirt with it, accidentally sweeping the ant right over the crest of the hill. And on to his pebble! The ant experiences an unexplained, spooky rearranging of his world. He is now on top of the hill, on top of his pebble. Miraculously, to the ant, his pebble is right where he wants it to be. And so they part, The giant walks on, assuming he was simply healed by the sleight of an invisible hand. The small ant believed some random magic cleared his path. Both are saved, yet both remain beautifully, blissfully blind to each other. And the cosmic irony of it all. The ant's giant obstacle was a relatively tiny pebble. The brachiosaur's giant pain was a microscopically small splinter. The brachiosaur's stride became light, fluid, and majestic. He watched the terrain as he moved, intentionally placing his feet on the smooth earth. Meanwhile, the ant stood at the crest of the hill on his perfectly placed pebble, looking at the beautiful horizon stretching out before him. On this day, the universe had intervened in its usual inscrutable way, leaving behind a lingering sense of wonder within the ones it rescued, both the large and the small.